It's not a charity. People's not gonna buy it just because they want to help you. You got to make sure your stuff is the dopest stuff out there. You can't be like timid about this, because this is your life, this is your future, this is a $1 billion industry, and tap in, because it's dudes who will never sign a record deal. It's dudes who will never have a hit on the radio, and they still driving $100,000 cars and they own homes and they getting money. So you got to put your all into it. I don't know what that is, man, but put your all into a grind and make sure everything is quality, man.
Hey, what's your adrenaline like? Because as mellow as you is in real life,
yeah,
I seen you on stage. That nigga, this nigga sitting right here ain't that nigga on stage. So how do you change from Clark Kent to Superman?
Man, bro, I don't know, bro. I just be out there. I live my records.
Do you ever look at your shit on stage, like ever like just like watch YouTube and watch? Let me watch a Schoolboy Q show and watch. Let me see the difference between how I'm just chilling, and how I got another motherfucking personality when I'm on stage.
All my bitches independent me. I just want the paper. All my bitches.
I don't know. I might be schizophrenic or some shit.
Do it, cuz. Do it one time. Just watch yourself, nigga. You different on stage. Like, nigga, you come out there and be on some... like, this thing got energy and be jumping. The crowd be moving with you. It's like it's another, like, wave.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feed off the crowd, bro. And my music is just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not none of that shit that I'm talking about no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
neither one of us.
Yeah,
we outgrow this shit.
This is just like, you know what I mean? Me still, because I've done it. So this is just still a part of me. How I feel at times, you know what I mean? Sometimes I just get on stage, I guess, and I just let the shit out. I mean, the crowd, if the crowd boring though, I'm not about to go out there and waste my, especially if I'm on tour. You know how you know, when you go to some of them bullshit ass spots and them niggas be bullshit, you like, nigga, I was in Albuquerque or something.
And they was
going crazy.
Now you niggas looking at me like this.
Yeah, man, I got about 80 more dates. I'm gonna give you exactly what you want.
Yeah, nigga, nothing.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you exactly what you want.
When you get your hit record, that's really the hourglass. Because once you get your hit record, it's just a verse for him. It's just a matter of time before it's not a hit record anymore.
So that's
But what happens is when they get that hit record, you get booked, you go on tour, you don't take
There's no
studio,
time to work on the next record.
It is time, it's plenty of time, but you're not thinking about it because you're so booked. You can see the money, you know what I'm saying? And it's like when I get a hit, that's when I get the most nervous.
It means everybody can change.
True indeed.
I think we all have the capacity to change.
Well, you saying that some people will never change.
Yes.
That's true. That's based off of who you are. But
some people they have to be felt that they need to change. Some people feel they don't need to change.
Right.
Like Snoop, I don't know how you feel, but me as a Libra, I feel my whole life is about balance.
Always.
And
I always say that.
moderation.
I always say that. I say that even when it comes to like misunderstandings in the industry, they always call me like to be the one to settle the differences.
Wow.
Like
You're that guy.
I'm the guy that they call on. Like if it's two rappers beefing, at the end of the day, Uncle Snoop gonna get a call from both of them.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome.
And then
dude.
I'll put the leverage on you was wrong and you was wrong. Let's get right. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? So that way it always gets resolved, and it's like that's just been my role for like the past 15 years. Like they call me Uncle Snoop. Can you believe that?
I know.
How did I go
I didn't know that that's why they called you that.
Doesn't it make sense now?
It totally does.
If there's
Totally
a cool
makes
ass
sense.
uncle that you can go to help you with shit, to help you navigate and to be there when things ain't right, it's your Uncle Snoop.
Dude, I've been the same guy in my life.
For real, right?
Yes. Absolutely, man. I'm
That's
the
confirmation.
guy. Yeah, absolutely.
It's confirmation to this Libra thing. Why is our Why is our sign based on a scale?
Right. I know. It's just, that's our life. We're like, our lives are that embodiment of that.
And it don't even bother you to balance it out now.
No.
Like you got so used to it now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just your thing.
Yeah, man.
They want me to be mad at certain people, or like if somebody do me wrong and I'm like, I still give them another opportunity or give them another shot. They be like, man, I don't know how you do it, dog. You be always. Because
I get that all the time.
That's just my balance.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they tell you that all the time.
I don't know how the hell you want that. You gotta make your enemies your friends.
Hey, man. You kill them with love, dude.
Thank you. Kindness.
Yeah, kill them with kindness, man.
New York artists complain about the state of New York hip hop. You are a New York artist. Over the years, have you looked at New York and said, what's going on with our city musically?
It's a regional thing. Like, that's the way music moves. You know, it was out west, out down south, or whatever. That's the way it moves. The whole thing is complaining does nothing. Make music, make some great music, and that's the end of it. Like, I don't even know what to say.
And not saying just for myself, but for the other artists that's doing their thing, new artists that's coming out and have their own lane. Make that connection. Don't make it just about the money and about the dollar, or you dig what I'm saying, about how many singles you can sell, how many albums you can sell. Make the connection some way. Make people say, okay, this is hip hop. This is our culture. We're gonna stand by it. We're gonna believe it, rather than jumping on the next artist when they feel like you don't have the hottest song on the radio no more. You ain't in the club no more. You dig what I'm saying?
But you never walk into a place and say, like, I'm Janet Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Why
I would walk.
do that?
Because you are.
You're Janet
like,
Jackson.
I would walk in and be like, hey,
Iconic.
do you curse, Janet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I walk in and be like, hey, I'm motherfucking Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the, and I just take shit and just throw it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I started cursing with before Poetic Justice. I didn't curse.
Oh, really? That damn
Yeah.
Tupac. You know?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I heard you was in the church Taylor saying shit, and you was like, shit, I can't say that. Okay, say it again, one more time. Shh, I can't say it. I can't. Then by the rap part, you like, shit, fuck this motherfucker. Alrighty, we won't be able.
Manifesting things to happen. Can you break down the science behind that a little bit?
It was all make-believe for me. But look at those words right there. And I always tell kids and young people or anybody, when I was little, you into that corny make-believe bullshit. You're damn right. Because what I was making believe manifests itself in this real world. I was pretending to be the king of rock. When I walk the earth now, when I walk in the room, Diddy, like, hey, the king is here. They call me that.
Remember when you was a kid, we didn't really like medicine unless we like how the medicine tastes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So the medicine, sometimes when your moms had to give it to you, they had to mix that shit up with something that tastes good in order for you to take the medicine, right? So when you give a motherfucker science, you gotta spoon feed them some shit they gonna like the taste of, which is why all of my singles was feel good energy shit and turn up party shit, and the albums were always made with a balance of science and just hot shit. You gotta lure niggas in with the hot shit, and once you get them lured in, that's when you can start busting their ass with the science and the information, because now you got them, you done gave them some shit that they wanted from you. You know what I'm saying? So that was always the approach. Like, here go the bait. Like when you go fishing, let the fish bite on the worm, and then you reel their ass in, and that's it. Once you got them, reel them in. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole mentality always when I try to make these albums. It's just finding the right balance.
It's part of Ice-T, you know, those that like it. Think about me, like, Sway, if you like me acting, cool. If you like me rapping, cool. If you like my books, cool. Like rock. If you don't like any of them, that's cool too, because if you like one of them, you like me. Now, if you don't like me because I do one of the other things, well, then fuck off. I don't care. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't apologizing.
Nah, but, you know, it's all me. It's all different versions of me, and it's you know, you only here for a minute. Do what you like, you know?
Yeah. That vibe was being myself. And I always tell artists to do this. It's a life jewel, really, but artists in particular, be yourself.
Right. Let's talk about the decision to even sign to a major in the first place.
I felt it was time to see what the fuss is about with being attached to a brand, a label with all these contacts, you know what I mean? And we traveled around the world and we had our own. So now let's combine their contacts with ours and get paid and still hustle like we don't have them.
Who did you sign to?
Columbia.
Right.
Steve Rifkin left. Shout out to Steve Rifkin. He the one signed us, man.
That I would give all of the rappers in the game is to be original. That's one thing about, when I came out, originality was a must. You had to sound like you had to be you had to have your own everything. And I just feel like it's a lot of, mimicking going on because it's a fad and everybody feels like what's hot, we're going to do what's hot. We're going to rap the same way. We're going to rap over the same beats as opposed to being different and dynamic the way it was supposed to be.
A Wild Thing was going to go pop. Was that part of the plan or?
I had no idea whatsoever. Between that and Funky Comedine, I mean, those were not my types of songs. So for those songs to cross over and had no idea this would happen. I do believe that the owners, Matt Dyke and Mike Ross, those guys who started the Listen Vinyl, I think they had more, they knew, where that song was more or less going to go, to tell you the truth. I think they had ideas. That's why they put those guitars in there.
I can't explain why I shine and no one else shines. I think everybody shines in different things. And a lot of things I can't do. I can't play basketball like every other black person in America. But I can act. I know how to go to that true spot in myself because I'm there every day. I can be me. I can be whoever because I'm true to me. I can go to neutral easily. A lot of people, black, white, Mexican, young or old, fat or skinny, have a problem being true to themselves. They have a problem looking in the mirror and looking directly into their own souls. The reason I sell 6 million records, the reason I could go to jail and come out without a scratch, the reason I can walk around, the reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul. It's there. It's not sold. I didn't sell it. It's still within me. I still feel it. My heart is still connected to my body.
I feel like goals, like when you set goals for yourself, it's almost like moving up in an apartment building. And it's like, some people get to the point where you get to the roof. Because I feel like every level is like, you break through the ceiling, you're like, oh shit, there's another level.
Right, you keep looking,
like, that was my limit before, but I just got there, it's another level. But now, bro, I just feel like I'm on the rooftop and there's no ceiling above me. It's just limitless. It's like, how far do you want to go? You want to go to that planet? All right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? We out of here, bro.
People don't like to look themselves in the mirror. That's the hardest thing to do. It's to critique yourself rather than point the finger, and everybody hates change. So to actually do that and say, I'm wrong in a lot of areas, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm saying I'm wrong in a lot of areas, that takes a lot of willpower, you dig what I'm saying? So it start with self first.
My son bought some of your stuff. I
It's very positive.
It had some bad words in it.
Oh, that doesn't mean it's not positive. If you get your hand burnt on the stove, it's a bad experience, but it's very positive because you'll never do it again. And that's what my music, it shows a mirror. Like he just showed me my mirror of myself. My hair was messed up. If I show you that mirror enough time, pretty soon I get my hair together. So that's exactly what I'm doing, showing you that mirror till you get your hair together.
Tell me about being raised by a mother who is a Black Panther.
It was great to me because she taught me how to be more international instead of being local. And I did get some principles from her that'll always be with me. She taught me how to be community orientated. And I think my mother taught me to understand women a lot more than my peers can.
You're in touch with your feminine side?
I think so. I think so.
Looking at Me was for BBD.
Bubba DeVoe.
Why you over there looking at me? Why my girl standing there?
They passed on it?
I don't think that it made sense for them at the time. Yes.
But yeah.
Janet Jackson. We made Slave for You, and she actually recorded it, but she just didn't use it. And when she didn't use it, we gave it to Britney Spears. So I've been blessed with a lot of that, where like artists did not feel like something was for them, but it made sense for someone else.
So over the years, obviously having a passion for music since day one, the dream and the vision was to, start a label and start a music movement, a music brand. And then just thinking like, as a chess player,
you know, assuming that we would have success in music, the next thing became, dang, what we do next? And just looking at the blueprint that people like Jay and Puff laid, we like want to, you know, offer our opinion into fashion.
Yeah. You know, I heard T.I. say once, and he's so right. God don't give you nothing that you can't bear or get out of. You know, situations. He don't put us in stuff that the self-destruction is. It's a matter of you being strong and understanding, like, you can get out of this. You know what I'm saying? You got in it, you can get out of it.
What I try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go, emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. You know, a lot of times I've seen players, even myself, you know, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear. And to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in a situation like that. And it does nothing but grow versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about the situation. Yeah, I am fearful about the situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course.
Thing that like, it's good and important to speak on issues, and that happens, and I'll do that, and there's more albums, there's more songs. But I think, you know, the world's fucked up, you know? So everyone making music about how fucked up the world is, it sucks. But I think it's not a bad idea to make some music that empowers people, to make them feel like, ooh, I'm the shit. And when they say the words, they're like, I feel good. Like, that's what I want with this album. I want people to listen to the shit, drive in their car, and rap along to it. And when they get done with their drive, they feel like, oh, I'm kind of killing it right now.
I want to dedicate this award to the dance community all around the world. Because when y'all get on the stage with these artists, it is not, y'all are not just props. Y'all are the icing on the cake. Y'all are the beat to the heart. I dedicate this to every dance community out there, and including these hard workers who, come here, the little ones. This is the next generation, and I promise y'all, I love y'all with all my heart. If my heart could speak, you would know how grateful I am. I'm so grateful. I'm humbled. I'm so humbled. Thank you so much. I love y'all.
Good part about it is that we get to show the human side of the cops doing what they do, because it is always my belief that cops are just a gang unto themselves, with the good and the bad. Just like I believe the gangbangers on the street got good and bad, like police officers do. They got stress and they got character flaws that come from their lifestyles.
You know what I mean? You're gonna lay in the bed you make. You're not gonna get away with nothing in terms of the energy. You know what I mean? You might beat the camera or the police. They might not catch you for what you're doing, but the energy is always gonna return to you. So when you just living in this cycle of being negative all day and just putting out negativity, and that's the only energy you putting out, it's gonna return to you in different form than you put it out in. So I would just say, you know, master your energy. Do your best to master your energy and what you put out, you know, and unless that's what you want, you know, because you entitled to whatever you want to create, whatever experience you want to create for yourself. But if you're tired of that shit, adjust the energy. You know what I mean? As best you can. Adjust what you wake up thinking and what you say. And then, lastly, what you do. And that's not an easy thing to do, because it's such a pressure in these areas to just go by the way things are.
It's a constant. It's less of advice and more of a constant reminder, which I love him so much for saying this to me. Is, you know, he's always just like, man, please be yourself. Please don't ever try and be me or anybody else. Don't ever go get tattoos. You don't have to dress any different, you know, because I like, from the day Wayne met me to now, I haven't changed anything about myself. He met me and he really liked the kid that he met.
Thank God for my problems as much as I thank him for my blessings. And because they're equally relevant to my life. I have a daughter here. I love my daughter. God gave me the talent. And until he takes it from me, I will use it to the best of my ability. I mean, and sometimes it means going through things. Lord, if you hear me, you know that I'm coming to you sincerely. I need you near me. Please feel me. I'm sick and I need you to heal me. I'm tired of lying to myself, thinking I could do it on my own. Because when I get left alone is when the devil peeks in and creeps in, knocks on the door like leading, sneaks in. And it's usually around the weekend that I get reckless and jump off the deep end. Music has taught me how to feel. Music has taught me how to interpret. Music has taught me how to touch. I am of the flesh. I am of the flesh, and I'm weak. I fall short of the glory. To those most afflicted, to the prostitutes, to the addicts, to the prisoners, to those that have just been afflicted, God loves you.
I know that my Savior lives.
I think the most important thing I got is that everything is connected. Every emotion is connected and it comes from somewhere. Just being aware of it. Being aware of it in everyday life puts you at such an advantage. You know, you realize that, you know, if someone's racist toward you, it's not even about you. It ain't about you. It's about their upbringing and what happened to them and how they led them to this point. You know, most bullies bully. It's happened.
What's been the best part of taking a break from music?
Oh, geez, a peace of mind.
Peace of mind. It's
Yes.
necessary though, right?
Yes, it is. Your brain is like a computer. You have to refresh, like, or it's gonna crash. I don't care how great, you know, you are. You have to take a second. And for me, it's just a peace of mind. Like it's a lot. You know, a lot of people want to be artists until they understand what comes with it. Because for the people on the outside, they just see the glory of it, but they don't see what goes on behind the scenes for many artists. And, you know, even I look now and I see a lot of artists who suffer from depression and anxiety and all different things. And I'd say, you know, I've been there, so I know what that is. But it's a lot being an artist. You have to love it. It can't be that I just woke up one day and seen that everybody's doing it and I do it.
Yeah.
You know, we come from a place of you're passionate about it.
Yeah, because it's going to hurt.
Yes.
It hurts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, it can hurt.
Critics say, yeah, but you're being pimped. You're being pimped by the record executives who will allow you to do your thug life because it portrays a certain black. I mean, you've heard it.
Yeah. I beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting pimped. That's true. It's like, it's not that you get pimped. It's how long you get pimped. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really look at this situation, it is not I who's being pimped. When you look at them white kids with Raiders hats on, it's the white folks getting pimped. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm making their future. I'm writing down their curriculum. Right now, what I write in my album today, when it comes out in 2 months, that's what white kids is doing. So who really is getting pimped? What I'm writing in my raps is what them white kids is gonna be saying to their mamas and daddies when they come home. Who is getting pimped? You know what I'm saying? I'm a high school dropout. You know what I'm saying? As far as my teacher told me when I was in high school, I ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going down.
I actually met Noah doing that.
Oh yeah, because Noah comes from that battle ilk for sure.
Yeah, that's how we met each other. We was in the mall. I was trying to sell CDs, and he was like, "Man, I ain't buying your CD unless you battle." And then we battled for literally an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh wow!
Yeah. It
wow.
Was it was.
Nobody got no
intense.
footage of that.
No, we was in Ontario Mills, and this is when he was named Black Jack. He wasn't even Noah James. He was Black Jack.
Okay.
And then, but the dude who found him was in the mall. Was like, "I'm gonna go get Papa." So I'm like, who the fuck is Papa? And he's like, I'm gonna go get Papa because we were selling CDs, and it was like a nigga, you know, the tennis shoe niggas. Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna go get Papa. I'm like, who the fuck is Papa? This nigga ran across the mall. Then you see a whole, like, hey, there's no exaggerating. If you see him, he'll tell you. You see a whole crowd come with this nigga. It was him. Lisa J was there too. Whole crowd come. It's like the whole mall coming with this nigga. Damn. He was like, yo, I heard y'all trying to battle. Yeah, he was like, I heard y'all trying to battle. I was like, It's what's up? You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Like, man, I don't rip heads off from here to do the eating. You know, it's some crazy ass area. You feel me? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Let's go. And that's how we met. And we just kept battling that whole day. And then he was like, respect. And then from then we've been homies. It was like no win or loss. It was just like, damn, y'all niggas is going toe to toe and really rapping. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was like our Jay-Z, DMX moment. Like nobody would ever see it, but they knew it happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it show you that, oh, y'all niggas must have really had respect because y'all still cool from that moment. You feel me? So that was a crazy battle.
I can imagine, man.
Now, were you into music as a little kid, or did this come later?
I liked music.
Yeah.
I really,
Did you write songs as a child?
No, I didn't write any songs.
No?
No,
you didn't write any songs?
No, I didn't write any songs at all.
Not once?
I used to think a lot about, if I, were to ever become a recording artist, what would I sing?
Yeah.
Things like that. It was a song, I was about maybe 7, 8 years old. I used to sing Meatballs and Spaghetti,
Meatballs and Spaghetti. So it's a fine Italian song. How did Meatballs and Spaghetti go?
Meatballs and spaghetti, meatballs and spaghetti, meatballs and, something like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not coming now. Okay.
I can never think of a time where you just embrace bad energy. Like, you've always been a guy. Like, if you come outside, I feel like you're a guy that you're gonna just deliver good energy.
Right. Because I mean, that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I was a good dude. I mean, at the risk of, you know what I'm saying, over flattering myself, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm simple. You know what I'm saying? And I like to, I see what's in people. You know what I'm saying?
The good in people?
I see the good and I see the bullshit too.
Okay.
I got a phrase that goes, always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well. You know what I mean? So it's like, trust. It takes too much energy to not trust someone. You know what I mean? It takes too much energy. You only got to stay 2 steps ahead of them or whatever. But trust them to beat them.
To be themselves.
Trust the snake to bite you. Trust the liar to lie. Trust the thief to steal from you. Like, trust them to beat them. But know them when you see them.